Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our WIP Wednesday episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet. And so I have my coffee. It's hot coffee with a little bit of half and half, and I have my WIP and I am going to crochet today. And as we crochet together, we can chit chat and talk about all the things. Yeah, my coffee is very good today. Tell me what is in your cup this morning. I want to know. Mhm. Let's see. Let's get some WIP Wednesday banners going. Here we go. WIP Wednesday banner. This is the WIP Wednesday. And so I'm so glad that you're here. I have so many things to tell you this morning, so many things that have been going on. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of fun. But first, let me get my current WIP out. It is a sock. And so this one is just like the other sock that I made for someone special in my life. And so I've got another one going, and yeah, so I am really excited about that. We're going to crochet together. So get your whips out, go get your hook, go get your yarn, your work, whatever you're working on right now, and let's get crocheting. I want to finish at least one sock today because time is running out. This is, I think, the last gift that I absolutely have to finish this year for Christmas. Um, and this is the first in the pair of socks. So yeah, I'm going to be working on that this morning. But first, tell me what is in your cup. What is in your cup? I want to know because I'm nosy like that. And we're going to wait for a few more people to get in here. Mm. I'm so sorry. So sorry. So if you're new here, if you're just coming in, yeah. I'm so graceful. I just got choked on my coffee, but I'm breathing. Oh, my Atlanta. Oh, my Atlanta. I wonder what causes that. Like, I do that all the time. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. Why do I do that? I don't know. Okay. Hold on just a second. We got to mute you one more time. Okay, let's start over. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my Lanta. Welcome to Crochet Therapy. Wow. I hate when I do that, and I know I can feel it. I can feel it when I do that. So I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh, my goodness. Oh, hi, Blair. It's so good to see you. Aloha, Naomi. It's so good to see you. Blair has water in her cup. That's awesome. And am I okay? That is a very good question. That is a very good question. Let me see. There we go. With a very complicated answer. Am I okay? Well, I have a lot of issues. One of them is that I like to choke myself on my drink. I've done that before, remember? Yeah, just did it this morning. But you hear me? I'm breathing. That's a good sign. But I did have to mute you for a little bit so that yeah, so you wouldn't hear the hacking and the coughing and all of that stuff. Oh, my Lanta. My goodness. Oh, you think I might have the croup? I don't have the croup. I inhaled my coffee, and I do this every now and then. Thank you, Blair. Thank you. Thank you, Blair. You like my shirt? I try to wear a different Christmas shirt every day in the month of December. I mean, I don't have 30 Christmas shirts. I only have about, I don't know, 7 maybe. But yeah. So yeah, I just tried to choke to death. Uh, so the yeah. I choke. So if you know me, I choke, and this one wasn't as bad as one of the times that I was on live when I was in Florida, and I couldn't even get air in. I was like really struggling to get that. Oh, Blair is going live in 10 hours for a giveaway stream. That's awesome. That's awesome, Blair. Cool. Cool beans. Oh, I spilled my coffee too as I as I set it down. I clean that up. That is so nice. That is so nice. I do love my coffee. I just have to be very careful how I drink it. And I was talking and drinking at the same time. And what happens is I take a sip and I breathe in really, really big in order to say a word. And then boom, I have choked. Good morning, Amy Ruff. Good morning. It's good to see you. Happy Wednesday to you. I hope that you are having a great Wednesday. Miguel, good morning, Miguel. I'm so glad to see you. Miguel says, I'm listening while doing, I don't know what I'm doing. That's okay, Miguel. You do what you got to do, and that is A-okay with me. A-okay with me. I'm so glad to see everyone here this morning. So I started out talking about, this is WIP Wednesday, so grab your hook and grab your current project so that we can crochet together. I am going to crochet with you. I want to try and finish at least one sock, and I've got it started. I'll show you. So this is the same sock that I made for my other granddaughter. For one of my granddaughters. And so this is in the green and the fuzzy pink. And so I'm working on that. And let me count the rows really. Amy, you finished the Christmas stockings for your daughter's class last night and sent them to school this morning. That is awesome, Amy. That is so awesome. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excuse me, 12. So I am working on row 13. 13, and I need to do, it says I need to do up to row 18. So we'll see. Okay. Let me show you what she said. So she finished her Christmas stockings. That was a big undertaking. That was a really big undertaking. It really was. And wow, we're all so proud of you and we're so happy. And you sent them to school this morning. That is amazing. Oh, I'm just so excited. I hope that the teacher takes a video of some of the kids anyway and lets you see them. I would have been so tempted to just go and say, hey, let me see you open these. So, okay, Miguel says it's lightly raining there. I don't know if it's raining. It's not raining here, but there is a solid frost, a solid crunch on the ground right now. Hot black coffee in my cuppa. That's awesome. Listen, if my clearing throat bothers you, you may want to wait a little bit because I choked really bad this morning. And that's what's happening, is that this is the aftermath of me trying to choke myself this morning with coffee. Oh my goodness. So that's what's happening there. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. I am working on my sock, and I'm going to get started on that. And then and then we can share. what's been going on. Okay. First of all, my mouse isn't working this morning. So, and it actually has not worked for the last few episodes, but instead of, shutting down my computer and restarting because that is what fixes it, I I I just use the mouse pad right here. So, anyway, that's what I'm doing. Let me see. I have to get the okay, so I have to go to 18 and then okay, and then I'll worry about it. Okay. Let me turn this volume down. All right. And actually, I might do okay. Country cottage socks pattern. All righty. So this one I'm making the first one I made was the child size, but this one I'm making youth size. So because I don't want it to be too small. And even though, they're not big girls, they are tall. So here we go, youth 1 to 3. Okay, so here is the foot. Okay. Color B. Okay. Okay, so for the child size, it's round 18. Tie off yarn and move on to heel. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave that on the screen, on my screen for right now, so that I can use that instead of trying to look on my phone. Okay, let's see. All right. So grab your hook and grab your project and let's crochet together. Okay. So I have a really fun, I woke up this morning to a really fun video. Well, it wasn't just one video, it was three. Three of the children, remember the hats that Tanya and I made for our friends' children in her school? Well, she gave them out. She's giving them out today. And so she gave out 3 already this morning. And the children, oh my. So, I can't share any videos or anything. But she, oh, they were just so precious. They loved the hats so much. Love the hats. And so, I had happy tears this morning, and it was just so sweet to see them just like one little girl, as soon as she saw her hat, she just like popped it on her head. And it was the one with the turtle. She loved it. And the other one was a capybara. See, we didn't know. I didn't know what the hat was. It looked like a bear to me, but anyway, it was a capybara. And then one of them was the emoji hat. Those were the 3 that got opened first thing this morning, and They loved them. They loved them. So, anyway, it was so awesome. So awesome. So I did see a picture of Sharon wearing her hat yet. Her hat was the light blue, sky blue with a sunflower on it. And yeah, really, really like that hat. I really like the all of the creativity that went into all of those hats. So yeah. So how's everybody doing? I want to know what is in your cup. And I have, well, I still have hot coffee with a little bit of half and half. Mm. Oh, wow. You had to do a total of 19? That is amazing. And you're so happy to have them finished on time. I'm happy for you. That is amazing. That is so amazing. So today must be the last day of school before the holiday break. So at least for, or maybe it's not, maybe this is just the day that the kids have, you know, happy projects or whatever. Um Happy parties, Christmas parties or whatever they might be having. So um let's see. Yesterday, we made Christmas cookies. Does anybody here make Christmas cookies? Have a favorite Christmas cookie? What is your favorite cookie flavor? I want to know. Oh me, oh my. Let's see. To another banner. Let's create a banner. What's your favorite cookie? I want to know. I want to know. And then it's going to disappear because this is the new. Let me see. Let me edit. Here we go. Let's turn the timer off. What's your favorite cookie? I want to know. So, at Christmas time, a lot of different cookies get made, don't they? So we made some ginger snap cookies. We never make ginger snap cookies, just at Christmas. I don't know why. They're delicious. We should make them, right? Um, I don't know. We make butterball cookies, which are the round white, like almost like a shortbread cookie with pecans, chopped up pecans in it. Um, and those are really good. Those are really yummy. Um, and then we made thumbprint cookies with the jam in the middle. And like we never make those cookies just on a regular basis. We don't. I don't know why. Those are special cookies at Christmas. Now, we really should make them more often. We act like it's, so hard to make, but they're not. They're not hard to make. So I think my favorite cookie is the thumbprint with the blackberry jam in the middle. pretty sure that's my favorite. Although I really do. Oh, we made coconut macaroon cookies. Now um, those turned out a little different than the way they usually do because we refrigerated the dough, and so it was very hard dough. And so by the time we rolled it in a ball, it was like a very dense ball. So when they got baked, they came out a dense ball. So when you're biting it, it's very crunchy on the outside, which it's really supposed to be like a soft and flaky and just, yummy. But it's more like a workout to eat these cookies this time. So note to self, don't refrigerate, just plop them on a tray. And also I remember what I did was I took a cookie scoop and I scooped out and then I just like made sure it was in a ball form and put it on the tray. And this time they got rolled, so they were really compact. Note to self, that's all. Do it a little different next time. And so that is the cookies that we made yesterday. We still have the dough for sugar cookies. It's I think not today, but maybe tomorrow we're gonna bake those off. And then today, Mom has the dough for the ginger snaps out. And as soon as that kind of comes more to room temp, we're going to roll those into a ball, and then you roll them in sugar and then bake them. And you don't flatten them out. So, yeah. So that's fun. I love a good ginger snap cookie. I'm not sure. Hi, Cree. How are you? Oh, yes. You saw on Facebook someone made kids' hats for a classroom. Yes, they posted pics. I know Sharon is not posting pics out there because she would have to get the permission of all the families, and she's just not doing that. She's not going to post any pics, and she's only given 3 out so far today. But yes, it does sound familiar. It does. And I think that's where we got the idea from, because there were a couple teachers that had done that, and I guess they had gotten permission to post at least some of the kids, you know. So that is really, really cool. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing okay, Cree. That's good. Miguel has hot black coffee. Mm. Amy, I can't believe you made 19. Tanya and I made 15. And we thought, wow, that was a lot. Oh, no pics of the kids. Good. Ah, this person posted pics of the kids' drawings and the hats, no pics of the kids. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Well, and I kind of did that on my, the episode where I said hats, hats, and more hats. And I showed the pics and I showed the hats, but that was before they got to the kids. So, yeah. And on that one, I missed the unicorn hat, which is an amazing hat, the unicorn hat. So, oh, wow, that person posted 22 hats. That is quite the commitment. Seriously, quite the commitment. So, yeah. Let's see. That. Does anybody else crocheting with me? And if so, tell me what's on your hook. Thank you, Miguel. Oh, thank you. You said you and Tanya did great. Thank you very much, Miguel. Um, Amy says it's Friday, but I have to go out of town tomorrow for a doctor appointment. Oh, the party is Friday. Okay. But you have to go out of town tomorrow for a doctor appointment and for your hubby, so you had to get them in by today. I see. Okay. Well, you made your deadline, so that's good, right? That is so good. Oh, yes. I know. Okay, Miguel says, I don't think this person will do it again. She said, be careful when you ask kids to draw what they visualize. LOL. Yes, thankfully these kids did all except for one. These kids did cute animals and and such like that. So there was only one that was um we didn't know what it was. We had no idea what it was. And then when we looked it up, we're like, that might be questionable. Just because of who it was. But I mean, we don't even know really. It was some label. Um, I don't know. Might have been perfectly innocent, but it was just all symbols and things. So we were like, what kind of hat are we making here? Um, so you just never know. You're right. Oh, you did. Oh my goodness. Miguel says, I had a kid this past Sunday in Sunday school who was so intrigued by a cricket that got into the class. Oh, that's fun. When I was little, I used to, well, I did not like the crickets. We had crickets. They were the little black crickets um, that they would get into our basement. And I didn't like them because sometimes they were like on the wall of the basement, and oh, I didn't like them and they jumped. No, no, they were not my favorite. Not my favorite. Um, One time I was spending the night at my grandparents' country house in in the country, and it was a two-story white little farmhouse. It was not big, and it had wood floorboards, and there was a crack in the floorboards, and there was a cricket that got down in that crack. And I was trying, I wanted to sleep. I was a kid, and so I didn't want to hear that cricket while I was trying to sleep. I was afraid it was going to come in my room, in the bed, while I was trying to sleep. And so I wanted my dad to get rid of it. Well, my dad said, I can't reach it. I can't get it. I can kill it. And I was like, no, no, don't kill it. Just put it outside. Put it outside. And so he was like, I can't reach it. I can't reach it to take it outside. And so I was really, really upset with my dad because he could not reach it to save that cricket and put him outside where he belonged. And he couldn't make him stop chirping. And I did not want him to kill the cricket. So, you know, children's problems, right? I mean, it's like there's only one solution, but you don't want that. I did not want him to kill that cricket. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know whether I just finally fell asleep or if he indeed stopped the cricket from chirping. I'm not sure what happened, but we got through that night because that was a long time ago. Let's see. Oh, you kept trying to redirect him to the Bible craft that you were doing. Yeah. Yeah, no, he was too intrigued with that cricket. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let me see what number I'm on. I'm gonna have to. I find this easier to count if I turn this inside out. Let's see. Banners. And let's see. Tell me what's on your hook. Okay, so I do know, see, I've got that tied, but I have to weave that in. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so I think I have 2 more rows. I'll do 2 more rows. And then I get to start on the heel, which is good. Wow, all that coughing hurt my throat a little bit. Okay, here we go. For some reason, I don't have any of my 6.0 millimeter hooks, my J hooks, but I have plenty I hooks. Where are all my J hooks? I don't know. You know, I have a feeling if I just cleaned up this mess in here, I would finally be able to locate all my J hooks. So I need 2 more rows and then start the heel. So yeah, we you know, I have to admit I did not even completely mix up one cookie yesterday. I got help. So I did put all of the ingredients in for the macaroons, the coconut macaroons, and then my husband stirred it up for me. And then he did the ginger snap, and I helped him with some of the measuring. So, like I measured out the flour, and it calls for cloves and cinnamon and um, molasses. Yeah. And you know what? The ginger snaps didn't call for any ginger. I don't understand. I don't understand why. If they're ginger snaps, why didn't they have any ginger in them? I wonder if I left that out by mistake. I hope not. We probably should have put a little bit of ginger in there just because I do like a good ginger. I wonder if I left that out. Let me see. Does anybody make ginger snap cookies without ginger? I don't know. Oh, yes. My mom has added to the cookie jar collection. So she has quite a few. And then every year at Christmas or her birthday or, you know, like that, she does get more cookie jars. Now, as of right now, you know, she has her favorites. They get to be on top of the china cabinet. Those are her favorites. We do need more shelving because, you know, all in the living room and in her bedroom, it's just not enough shelving. And I am looking forward to getting them off of the buffet, but you know, she just has a lot. She just has a lot. Yep. Ooh, you have a super easy recipe for nougat that your late mom used to make, 4 ingredients and no baking. Tell me what it is, Miguel. I want to know. I want to know. Ooh, Amy says, I'm finishing an amigurumi snowman. It's an old Mary Maxim pattern. Oh, I love those patterns. I'm so glad that you're making an amigurumi snowman. I love snowmen. I went to the post office yesterday because I had a package that needed to get mailed out. Let me tell you, the lady behind the counter made it so easy for us. It was so pleasant. She helped at every turn. Now we needed more tape, so I had to purchase some more packing tape. She even, like, Doran picked off one of the labels that was on the box because when I went in, I said, we're struggling with trying to get this box together. Do we need to, take off all the labels? And she said, yes. And she said, except for this one, she said, I can put your label on top of this one. So don't worry about taking this one off. And so Dorn took off the one label. And then I said, and our tape ran out. And I said, this side is not going to hold. I know it's not going to hold. I said, do you have any tape for sale? Because she kind of looked at me like, what are you going to ask me? You're going to ask to use my tape? And I was like, see, I let them volunteer if they want to volunteer. But if they don't want to volunteer, I don't want to be so forward as to use their tape. And so she's like, oh, yeah, we have tape. It's for sale on that rack. So I was like, okay, good. Thank you. And so I grabbed some tape and taped it up nice and good. And she even helped me because I was like, what is happening over here? Like, because I could hear this ripping sound, but it wasn't tearing off. But what was happening was I was tearing more tape because, like, I had gone from my side over and down. So I was like trying to work it and not seeing what was going on. So she, of course, was on the other side of the counter. So she helped me. And then there was one sticker that Doran was like, oh, no, look, there's another sticker. And she's like, okay, don't worry about that. I'll cover that up. And so she did. She covered that up. And she was just so nice. They had 2 kinds of Christmas stamps. They had Madonna and Child, and they had snowflakes. And the snowflakes were so pretty that I got that. And so they were just so pretty. They were like, it was like an ombre blue and then with the white snowflake on top. It was so pretty and very light and airy looking. So, oh, wow. Mary Maxim recently had a huge sale of patterns under $2. There were so many. You dozed off browsing. Yes, I can understand that. I can. I sure can. I didn't know that they had a sale on their patterns. That would have been really good to check them out. There are some patterns that Mary Maxim has in their book, and they have kits for them. Like quite a few MJ Off the Hook patterns, they have kits for now. So, I mean, it just saved you if you don't want to go buying the yarn separate or whatever. But, I was kind of surprised because they were patterns that MJ has on her website. So I was kind of surprised because usually I thought that they wanted them to be exclusive to Mary Maxim, and these were definitely not exclusive. They were available on MJ's website. So who knows? Like one of them was the trees, and what was the other one? Can't remember. Anyway. All right, so I have one more row to do after this one, and then I can do the heel. I wonder if these socks are going to be humongous on her. I don't know. I guess we'll find out on Christmas. Oh, my Lanta, I think they're going to be humongous on her. I don't know. I'm following the pattern. What can I say? They just seem really big, but I'm calling them slipper socks. So I don't know. Okay, last row. What's on your hook? I want to know. Or do you not have anything on your hook right now? Maybe because it's so close to Christmas, maybe you're done with crocheting. Like Amy, I mean, Amy just finished, you know, a really, really hard push of getting 19 stockings completed for her child's class. And so now she's going to be like, whoo, I can relax now. Ooh, I'm really close. Look. And then I can do the heel. I need a little bit of coffee right now. Mm. Mm. Okay. And then it says fasten off and move on to the heel. Okay. So this is the foot. And now it says move on to the heel. And let's see what we need to do. Okay. Attach yarn to the 14th stitch of the previous round, chain 1. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to do the heel. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Okay. To the 14th stitch of the previous round. So this is 1. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to attach the yarn to the 14th stitch of the previous round and chain 1. And single crochet in the same stitch you attach to, single crochet in the next 11. So total of 12. Okay, so single crochet in this one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going around my end, 7, 8, so that I don't have to sew that end in. 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And then, let's see. Okay. Single crochet 2 together, single across until 2 stitches remaining, and that's what you keep doing until 4 stitches are left. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, and turn, and 2 together. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then you have a total of 10 stitches across, and then you do the same thing on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4. And then you start growing it. So then you do 2 in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then the next round you'll have 8. We'll put an extra one in on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then one more row, and we'll be back to the 12, which is, did we start with 12 or 14? Let's see. Okay, so it was the 14th stitch. It was 12. Yeah. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so now I can fasten off and tie a really, or have a really long strand so that I can sew. And so then what I'll do is bend this backwards and sew the end here, slip stitch across, sew the end here, and then I have a heel. And also, do you see this hole right here? I've been sewing that in together because there's always one big hole. I don't know why, but yeah. So I just, when I whip stitch the sides, and as I'm slip stitching, or not slip stitching, but as I'm weaving the end in to go to the other side, I close up that hole as I'm doing that. So 2 birds with 1 stone, you know what they say. So I've got my needle. Nice. You had a Christmas luncheon. That's so nice, Miguel. That really is. Okay. So I'm going to sew up the sides. So this past week, my granddaughters were here visiting, and my oldest granddaughter is in a it's called American Heritage Girls, and so it's like Girl Scouts, only it's Christian based, and they but they do like a lot of the similar things, like they have badges for different things, and like cooking and nature and sewing and crochet and all of that stuff. So anyway, this past week, Nicole has been working on her sewing badge. And so she is very interested in sewing, like so concentrating on sewing. And she's just loving it. She's loving it. So anyway, let's see, I found another hole too. So I'm going to fill that one in a little bit too. So it was so fun to share sewing with her, because I love to sew when I was a kid too. I remember somebody gave me some fabric that had animals printed out on it, or stuffies, and it was printed out, and all you had to do was cut it out and then sew it, and then turn it inside out and stuff it, and then finish off. And it was just a really neat way of making a pillow or something that it was already printed for you. And I just remember doing that as a kid, and I found some. So I may, for her birthday this next year, I may do that and find more of those, find some of those, and give those as a gift if she is still interested in sewing. So anyway, I was just thinking about like when I was a kid and what I like to do, and I did like to sew, and I used to sew those together, and then there's just something satisfying about sewing, crocheting. There's something really satisfying about it. And you could see on her face that she really went into, Zen mode while she was just, doing her sewing. So together, her mom does not sew and she has no desire to learn how to sew. And so she wanted to know if, we would help her. So, of course, my mom has, she's the one that taught me to sew. And she's been sewing all her life. And but she was really into quilts. So she did hand sewn quilts, like 100% hand sewn. She would not use the machine for anything. There was only one. Oh, here's another hole. There was only one quilt that she used the sewing machine for, and it was the cathedral quilt. And so basically, you had these big squares of muslin fabric, and you would fold it over into a triangle. So you would fold the square in half, and then sew the two ends. And so she would do that. She would sew them and just keep adding and adding and adding until she had this whole nice long string of, of the rectangles. Because then you had to fold it, and then you would hand sew it. Just really, really a neat project. So anyway, yeah, I'm kind of thinking we might show her how to make a cathedral quilt. That is one of the most beautiful quilts I've ever seen. It's like a cathedral window. So, you use your different fabrics, and it looks like stained glass. Really pretty. Really, really pretty. So anyway, let's see. So right now I'm using a whip stitch. So she had to learn what the whip stitch was. She had to learn what the running stitch was, and the basting stitch, and or the running basting stitch. And so we got a swatch out, and she did the whip stitch. She did the running basting stitch. She sewed on a what do you call it? A button. I showed her how to sew on a button, and I showed her, okay, so then I gave her some fabric, and she made a pillow. She sewed a pillow, and she started out using the running stitch, but then she kind of switched halfway into the whip stitch. So the running stitch, for those of you who aren't sewers, it's just where you just go up and down in a straight line, right? And the whip stitch is like this, how we go around and around and around and around an edge, right? So that's what I'm using right now on this heel. So anyway, yeah, and I just let her do her thing. I showed her what she was to do, and then I just let her do her thing. So she was very proud of her pillow. It turned out really nicely. And yeah. So all right. So this is done. Okay. All right. So here's the heel. And now all I need to do is go around and around and around with the pink to make the leg. All right. That's fun. I just saw a let me see. Okay. Oh, she just sent me 2 new videos of the kids. And of course, I can't share it with you, but oh my goodness, that is so precious. So precious. So I love it so much. Um, okay, here we go. All right, so I have more pink and here I go. So it says to attach, let me see. Okay, so I've done the heel and now leg. Attach yarn to the 6th stitch across the back of the heel and chain 2. Okay, 6th stitch. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, attach to the 6th stitch and chain 2. 1, 2. Okay. Double crochet in the first 6 stitches. Okay. 1. And I'm going over the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's one more stitch left in here, and what she does is make sure that you attach it really tight so that the next stitch is to prevent a gap between the leg and the heel. Yarn over, insert hook into the last stitch of the heel, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the last occupied stitch from the last round of the foot, and pull up a loop. Okay, so yarn over, insert, and this stitch is tight for some reason, I guess because of how it started. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Okay. And then, let's see. Yarn over, pull through the first. Okay. Yarn over your hook. Okay. Insert your hook into the last. Okay, so here we go. Then insert your hook into the last stitch and yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through 3. Yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, good. I got this. I got it. I got it. Okay. Wow. Okay. So then I have to make sure that I have the correct number of stitches. So this one is going to be 24. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if I go into here, which I don't know if I'm supposed to go into there. Yeah, I am. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Nope, because then I have 5. So that's 25, and I need 24. So that is not a stitch. See, that was going to trick me. That was totally going to trip me up. Okay. I thought so. Okay. So we have this one right here. Okay. All right. I think I'm on the right track. This first row after attaching the heel is always trickiest for me because the stitches in here, you could accidentally add an extra stitch. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing because you really do want to have the right number of stitches in the round. You really do. Okay. Okay. I mean, these might be big, large socks according to, whatever shoe size you have, but I see. Okay. Hmm. Thank you for hanging out with me today because, you know, I need to get these socks finished. And there we go. So now I always chain 2 and then I always recount because I do want to make sure that I have the proper number of stitches on this. Oh gosh, that's so cute. So cute. Okay. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Who taught my mom to sew? Nobody. Nobody taught my mom to sew. She had to learn it all on her own. Yeah. Oh, you're going to go to Hobby Lobby before the crowd today. You teach kiddos this coming Sunday, so you're going to buy something on sale for the craft. That's really nice. That's really awesome. Barbara Baker, it's so good to see you. Let's see. My sister does that also. She's a caregiver for the elderly, and she sews while her patients are sleeping. That's nice. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning. How are you? And you have water in your cup while you write out Christmas cards. That's awesome. I addressed envelopes last night as I sat on the sofa. I just addressed envelopes, and so yeah, that's what I did. So I didn't sign the cards and stuff them in yet. I just went ahead and did all the addresses on the cards first. And so yeah, because I got some really, really pretty. Hey, Racine, how are you, my dear? I am doing well. How are you? I am working on a sock. I'm calling them slipper socks, but you know, they're really socks. So yeah, I have, I wanted to get all the envelopes with the addresses written out. And then I added a couple more after I went to bed last night. I was like, oh, I forgot to, you know, do a card for such and such. And so anyway, I'm going to have to do some more envelopes today, but then we're just going to go and sign the cards, maybe put a little note if we have enough energy. And, oh, good. I'm so glad you're doing great today. And then we'll, you know, send them out. And the post office had the most gorgeous little snowflake stamps. So, oh, it's 41 degrees in St. Louis. Wow. Wow. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Okay. Let's see. Let me see. All right. So, okay. So we have, I need front, regular, front, regular, front, regular, front, regular. Okay. Regular, which makes sense because I started out opposite of what I usually do. I usually do a front post double crochet. And this time when I started this whole pattern, I did a regular double crochet. So kind of messed me up a little bit in the head, but not too bad. So that's okay. All right. This one is up and this one is in. This one is, yep, that is good. Looks like it's going to work out just fine. All right. And of course, you know, if it turns out that it doesn't work out the right way, then I know that I am off. But I don't think that's going to happen because I did count the stitches. So today's kind of boring. I'm just crocheting away. Let's see. Oh, that worked out perfect. Okay. Yay. Okay. So the first row after the heel is tricky. And of course, everything that attaches to the heel up here has to be just a regular double crochet because you don't have anything to, you know, front post to. So then the second row can be tricky if you didn't do the first row correctly, but this worked out just fine. Yay. So now I can move along. So that was row number 2. And I just need to know how far up to go. Let's see. Row number 2. Let's see. Oh, it says to round 28. Okay, but that's not 28 of these. Because let's see. Because yes, so the first round was 19. So this was 1920. So I have 8 more rows to go. 8 more rows, and then I do the cuff. So ta-da! I am so excited about this. All right. And 1, 2. All right, my dears, I'm going to work on this sock, and then on Friday, hopefully these will be done. And hopefully they're not going to be too big because, wow, that looks like a big foot. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. For an 8-year-old. Oh, anyway, that was a child size 1 to 3. We'll see, won't we? I sure hope it works. I sure hope they're not too big. They just seem too big, you know? But maybe they're not. I don't know. Maybe they're not. Ah. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. Oh, 5 Little Monsters tutorial for the crossover hat. No, I did not. Oh, you're drinking water with lemon juice. That is amazing, Racine. Racine, you missed all the fun this morning because first thing, what did I do? I took a sip of my coffee and I choked. I had to turn the sound off. I had to push the laptop down a little bit so that you didn't see me choking over here. You didn't hear me choking over here. Oh my Lanta, it was not fun. It was not fun. Oh my goodness. So I can always tell when I do it too, because I don't know why. Sometimes, you know what, you're just drinking, right? And you don't even think about how you drink. It just works, right? It just works. For some reason, when I'm drinking, either I inhale or sometimes the liquid goes up to the roof of my mouth. And, you know, you have those little, entryway into your nostrils from the back of your throat. And for some reason, that will get open and then I will start to choke. I don't understand why. Anyway. Oh my goodness, Racine, you don't want to see that. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Basically, I just muted everybody and I went away for a while. Right? Oh my goodness. Our host was a bit flustered in the beginning, but she got it together. Well, thank you, Miguel. I got it together a little bit. I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm not all together. And now I'm afraid to drink anything. Totally afraid to drink anything. Oh my Lanta. So we've been going a little bit long today. So sorry to keep you on so long, but thank you for hanging out with me while I finished the foot part of the sock, did the heel, and then started on the leg. So I'm going to finish this leg. That's the easy part for me. The leg and the cuff, those are the easy parts for me. So I'm going to finish those and yeah, get my act together. And there we go. All right. Whoopsie. And gonna work on that. I have, let's see, today's Wednesday, so I have my last iron infusion today. So I'm really, really happy about that. I don't know if it's making me feel better, but I'm I'm not like going to bed. I'm not like going in the bedroom and sleeping for hours and hours. Now, I may fall asleep on the couch, but I'm blaming that on the fireplace, the wood stove, because it's making everything so cozy and relaxing in there. And I just, yeah. Oh, yes, Amy, they will like those. They will like these, especially if you use like a nice soft yarn. And this one is soft and squishy, so I think the kids will like that. Um, and I made some for the daughter-in-laws. And so, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this works out. I don't know. I actually haven't put my foot in one yet. So I need to make me some, and I need to make the whole family some. But for right now, I'm concentrating on getting the other granddaughter's socks done. And then, yeah, like I said, maybe I'll make socks for everybody. I don't know. Is that like a thing, a granny thing where like, everybody needs socks? If you make them for your kiddos, Amy, your kiddos are going to, they're going to remember one day. They're going to see somebody crocheting. And they're going to be like, my mom always crochets. And you know what? I remember the socks that she made us one year. And they were like slipper socks, and we would wear them around the house. And they were always just so cozy. And, gee, I miss that. I need to call my mom and ask her to make me some more. Right? So this is the Turtle Trunk Cozy Country. Let's see. It is the Turtle Trunk Country Cottage Socks crochet pattern. That's what I'm making. So anyway, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Oh, thank you, Racine. That's so sweet. She says, if they are a little big, no worries. The person will have room to grow into them. That's true, right? Especially with children, because their feet are going to grow, grow, grow. As long as they don't lose their socks before their feet grow into them, you just never know. So anyway, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for listening to me jabber. Thank you for hanging in there with the silences as I crocheted and counted stitches. And I just hope that you have a great rest of your week. I'm going to see you tonight on our Treble Crocheters live. And this week it's going to be at Naomi's channel, Aloha Crochet with Naomi. And so it's going to be on her channel. And so I hope that you can meet us there. It will be 7 o'clock Eastern time. And I'm going to be crocheting more, maybe the other sock. I don't know. But I'm going to be trying to finish this up today. And I know when we get together, we like to chat and we like to crochet. And so anyway, I hope that you join us over there tonight at 7. And then I will see you on Friday for the Friday TGIF episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet. And I'll do my best not to choke. Do my best. And I hope to see you then. So see you tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everybody. See you next time.